We're going to talk about ratios today. So a ratio compares two amounts. Let's look at this simple example. We have 3 stars and 2 circles here. We could describe this relationship with a ratio, okay, which looks like this. You can write it a couple different ways. Okay, so this is said 3 to 2. All right, you can also write it with the actual word, or finally, you could write it as a fraction. So there's 3 different ways you can express ratios, and when you're looking at a ratio, you should be thinking about equivalent fractions too. Those are very closely related. So let's talk about making some equivalent ratios here. All right, so the original, most simplified version of the ratio we have is this. What if I added 3 more stars? How many circles would I have to add to maintain the same ratio? Well, if I have 3 more stars, then I would have to have 2 more circles. Okay, this ratio I could describe as 6 to 4. Okay, and just like with fractions, these represent the same amount. Let's try another one. But what if I added 3 more stars? Then I would also have to add 2 more circles. Now this ratio is going to be 9 to 6, okay? And just like with fractions, these equivalent ratios represent the same relationship, which is 3 to 2. This just indicates that there's more of each. Let's talk about another example with ratios. Okay, so we've got like a very simplistic recipe for lemon juice here, lemonade. Okay, simple recipe for lemonade, 2 parts lemon juice to 1 part water. So that means if you're using 2 cups of juice, then you need 1 cup of water. Okay, so then I might say, how much lemonade is this all together? At that point, you can say, that's going to be 3 cups of lemonade. Okay? So this is important to understand, the total versus what the ratio parts mean. When we're talking about fractions, you can think of this in that way, where you might have your numerator and your denominator, or your denominator and your numerator, and then you can also have a total amount. Okay? So let's look at a couple more. What if I wanted to use 4 cups of juice? Okay, how many cups of lemonade would that make? Okay, well, let's start with thinking about my ratio, or I can think about it this way, and then make an equivalent ratio to account for the 4 cups. That would be 4 to 2. Okay, so then how many total cups of juice would that be? Or not juice, how many total cups of lemonade would that be? It would be 4 plus 2 equals 6 total cups of lemonade for 4 cups of juice. Okay, and one more time, that's because if I'm using 4 cups of lemon juice, then I need 2 cups of water to maintain that same recipe. All right, and let's talk about one more of these. What if I were, I'm going to write the ratio right here. What if I were to use 3 cups of water? How much juice could I make? All right, well, let's think about this. Okay, I'm going to write this as a fraction. I have my water at the bottom, so I'm making an equivalent fraction here, and I have to multiply by 3/2. Okay, so that means I'm going to have 6 cups of juice, 3 cups of water, and a total of 9 cups of liquid, in this case, lemonade.